Hey everyone, my name's Son of Sandslash and I am a random battles veteran on Pokemon Showdown. I play for fun, I play while I work, I play while I eat, and when I sleep. Well, not really, but I love randoms, and they're a totally different ballgame than standard competitive Pokemon. There aren't any EVs, and you don't get to choose your Pokemon, but I feel like having a different team each game keeps things from getting stale, you know? Anyway, let's begin. So he's got Braviary, I've got Kyogre, a bit of an advantage for me due to Thunder. He predicts my attack, sends in Rotom, who turns out to be a pretty good counter for my team in this game. So I go ahead and switch out to Registeel, who's really the only adequate switch-in I have, just to try and stall him out. So I go ahead and use Toxic, but he switches into Bayware, who's another problematic Pokemon. I don't have any amazing switch-ins at this point, so I go ahead and send out Corviknight, who's good at taking physical attacks, and he handles a close combat moderately well, and he outspeeds him, so the chance for a revenge shot is high. He realizes this, and sends out Rotom, who's an excellent wall for Corviknight. But we are at least chipping away at Rotom, and that's the key. So, I go ahead and send out Registeel again. He misses a Will-O-Wisp, get a little lucky there. And I'm going to go ahead and use Iron Head, though probably not the best move I could have made. Because I figured he was going to send in Bayware, and I wanted to get some damage to him, even though, I probably should have switched out. So I send out Poliwrath to take another hit. Once again, Poliwrath is capable of potentially knocking Bayware out. He realizes this. I use Liquidation instead of Close Combat, expecting a switch, but I did not expect Jellicent. I go ahead and use Darkest Lariat, assuming that he's going to knock out my Poliwrath. It does not happen. Poliwrath survives the attack. I used Darkest Lariat again, even though there was the chance he was going to switch in Bayware. We do get a little bit of toxic damage here too. We want Bayware to be gone as quick as possible. So, I use Thunder here because it's more accurate than my water attack, and he expects a water attack, sends out Jellicent. I am more than okay with that, and he does not want his Jellicent to go, so he switches in Rotom again, takes the Thunder, and I'm not too keen on this matchup anymore. We both actually switch. He predicts now. He caught on to my tendency, and he switches in Jellicent to my Registeel. He recovers, uses that opportunity, and I also use the opportunity to poison him. Now he's done what he needs to do, sends out Bayware. Now unfortunately the Iron Head and the toxic damage are not enough to take out Bayware, so I have one more Pokemon who can withstand an attack. I send out Zacian, who's at least resistant to fighting even though he's not very bulky, and that's enough for Bayware to be gone. And now he makes a mistake here in sending out Rotom. I've got Crunch and boosted attack, which is enough to take him out. Now he sends out who he should have sent out from the start in Braviary, and I just start attacking him, and I make a big mistake here. I assume he's going to Roost, and I'm right, but in my brain lapse forgot that Zacian is quite a bit faster than Braviary. So, I realize my mistake. I send in my best matchup, I would say, right away, and that's Kyogre. I know he's going to Dynamax here. Braviary's an excellent Dynamaxer, so I do it to counter him. He uses Airstream, and I'm actually going to use Max Geyser here, even though I have an electric type attack, because Stab in the Rain actually boosts that to be more powerful than an electric attack, even though it's only neutral, especially knowing that I'm only going to get one shot off. So I Protect to stall him out, and he's going to be a bit of a tough cookie, a tough nut to crack here. He Roosts, and this is the turning point in the game, really. I get a Toxic in on Braviary, so I can try and stall him out. Registeel, I know that he can probably withstand even a double boosted close combat, so I use Rest just to maximize the stall here. And he's going to use Bulk Up, knowing that doing so will be able to let him knock me out in one shot. I use Sleep Talk, don't get any luck there, and then he takes me out with a close combat. But the good news is, Toxic is now doing quite a bit of damage to him. I send out Corviknight, select Body Press, knowing that he's probably not going to want to play that Roost game with Corviknight. So he takes out Corviknight, but in response, I can get Braviary down. Now, I take a big risk here with my Mienshao and use Swords Dance, hoping that I don't get burned. And the payoff is huge. He doesn't burn me, hit him with a knockoff, and I take him out. Mienshao's got a Life Orb, which makes him extra strong, and he's a pretty damn good sweeper to begin with. I wasn't sure if Knockoff could take out Butterfree, but I guess Butterfree's just not bulky at all. Flapple's gonna Sucker Punch, just doesn't quite do enough, and we hit him with a close combat to finish him off. Thanks for watching, everyone. Subscribe if you so please. There's going to be a lot more randoms content coming soon.